So with Fantasia Fest going on, Kaylee and I don't really have much time for other movies. So tonight, after she went to bed, I threw on this new movie, Push, from the directors of The Boy Behind the Door. And this is about a pregnant real estate agent who gets caught at the place she's trying to rent, and it basically turns into a home invasion movie, all as something like Inside. That's all I could think about while watching this film. You have a pregnant woman who has a tragedy happen before, and she has this baby now that she's trying desperately to protect, and the killer is kind of voiceless for the most part and doesn't really seem to have a lot of motives. There's some things revealed in the end, but very, very little. So this is kind of almost like a motiveless, voiceless killer who just wants to harm this pregnant woman after she's already went through enough. The movie takes a long time to get going. I know it's an artistic choice, but there is an opening scene, not the very, very opening scene, but the credits scene. It's a long tracking shot through this massive house, and it kind of sets the scale and the stage for the place that she has to, hide and escape from her intruder. It's a very, very large, daunting space, and I think that was clever. It really takes its time. It's a very quiet movie that kind of plots along for a while. I don't know. I thought it was okay. The movie, I can't help but compare it to Inside. And because that movie is so visceral and so unhinged at times, and it goes into such insanely dark places, this is like a watered down version of that. The movie's well shot. The acting in it's good. The direction in it is pretty good. It does get tropey. There are some convenient moments. There's moments where you're like, okay, that's impossible. There's one thing that happens towards the end where someone is hiding behind a wall, and then the killer comes and looks, and they're not there. It always does that. It builds the tension of like, oh, they're gonna be there, and it's like 99.999% of the time they're not there. And it's so annoying that we continue to keep doing this same setup where they walk in and they're behind the desk or whatever, and then they slowly walk over to the desk, and then they look and there's no one behind the desk, and then they're somehow somewhere else. This is one of those things, and I was really trying to look like, where could she have went that wouldn't have been in his line of sight? I have no idea. None. Zero. I'm like, wait, what? Where could she have possibly went? And where she comes out from, I'm like, no, she could not have got there without being seen. So stuff like that is just, you have to just suspend disbelief and just roll with it, I guess, in moments like that. There's not a ton of that. But then the movie kind of feels like it's going to end, and then it doesn't, and then it kind of feels like it's dragging a bit of like, okay, will this movie ever end? And then the final kind of climactic moment in battle is good. It's tense. I think this movie will have its fans, but I do think more people than not will find the majority of this boring and too tame. And there's just not really a lot of character stuff going on in here, right? And that's not 100% necessary if the thrills were really thrilling. The atmosphere was fine. The setting of the stage was good. The thrills were fine. The climax was pretty good. But I don't know. I'm just kind of in the middle on this. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But I looked and saw quite a few reviews that were very positive on this. I saw them on Reddit. I saw them like a few different websites posted reviews about it and were higher on it. I'm just not there. I feel like there's just too much quiet time in between the scenes. And I'm all for slow burn buildups. I am. Atmospheric, that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. But there's just a little too little at times, and it just makes it kind of drag. And the movie's short. The movie's only like an hour and 18 minutes long, so it shouldn't ever feel like that. But yeah, it's okay. I think for people who are into kind of classic, almost 90s type style of thrillers, I think that they might enjoy this more tame, watered down version of something hardcore like Inside. It's got that. The killer in this does have a line that is straight out of Mark Wahlberg's mouth from the movie Fear, and it made me laugh. Um, but yeah, so it's fine if you are, yeah, as I said, if you like movies like home invasion movies like The Strangers or Them Ills, whatever you want to call it, but you're okay with it being tamer and slower, taking a little more time to get going, then check it out. Or if you're just a big home invasion fan in general and a pregnant woman fighting for their life, there is a scene where something happens to her, and I'm like, I don't think so. The movie's also extremely safe, extremely predictable, and so I don't know. I'm so blah on it. It's fine. It's fine. It is. It's a totally fine film. So take that for what it's worth, and maybe you'll enjoy it like the other reviews I read. I wish I had that experience, but the killer didn't do it for me. That's another aspect of this movie. The killer was just kind of whatever to me, and I wish we could have gotten more from this one, but it is what it is. It's on Shudder if you want to check it out. Let me know. Adios.